Democratic 2020 presidential candidates seem to be competing for who can present the most radical and extreme ideas. During the CNN town hall on Monday night, Senator Bernie Sanders was asked if he would grant voting rights for people in prison, including people like the Boston Marathon bombers. "Where should we send your free Trump 2020 hat? Enter your address here," he said. "Yes. You have said that you think that people with felony records should be allowed to vote while in prison." Harvard student Ann Carlstein started. "Does this mean that you would support enfranchising people like the Boston Marathon bomber, a convicted terrorist and murderer? Do you think that those convicted of sexual assault should have the opportunity to vote for politicians who can have a direct impact on women's rights?" Immediately after the question, Sanders deflected and went on to ramble about how he wanted a vibrant democracy with higher voter turnout, and then went on to blast cowardly Republican governors who are trying to suppress the vote. The radical socialist then argued that everybody can vote and that some people in jail can vote. He later added, "But, I think the right to vote is inherent to our democracy. Yes, even for terrible people. Because once you start chipping away and you say, 'That guy committed a terrible crime, not gonna let him vote.' Well, that person did that, not gonna let that person vote," you're running down a slippery slope. So, I believe that people who commit crimes, they pay the price. When they get out of jail, I believe they certainly should have the right to vote, but I do believe that even if they are in jail, they're paying their price to society, but that should not take away their inherent American right to participate in our democracy. Urgent poll: does Trump have your vote in 2020? After Sanders made these radical comments, presidential candidate Kamala Harris was asked by host Don Lemon if she agrees with Sanders on allowing people like the Boston bomber to vote in our elections. She also said, "Yes. I agree that the right to vote is one of the important components to citizenship." After Harris failed to answer the question, Don Lemon followed up by asking, "But people who are convicted, in prison, like the Boston Marathon bomber, on death row, people who are convicted of sexual assault, they should be allowed to vote? I think we should have that conversation," Harris responded. Lemon seemed shocked to hear this response from Harris, and after a long pause he said, "Okay, all right." Watch while staring at the floor to avoid eye contact with anyone. Kamala Harris says the Boston bomber should be able to vote. pic.twitter.com/zppihwnk1b, Caleb Hull, at Caleb Hull. April 23, 2019. If Lemon is questioning one of your radical far-left ideas, maybe you are taking things a little too far. Special offer: Gold Trump 2020 coin for 50% off. Get yours today. Instead of allowing terrorists to vote in our elections, they should be sitting on the electric chair. This is what America has to look forward to if we elect radical socialists into office. Harris and Sanders have gone so far left that they want to give people who want to destroy our country the right to vote. These are the last people in America who should be voting in our elections. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments below. Related: Elizabeth Warren wants your taxpayer money to fund her $1.25 trillion project. Related: a Republican is now running against Trump in 2020. You might like Let's Block ads. Why?